Most of what students associate with their school involves classes and extracurricular activities. Many parents are focused on their child's grades and hectic schedules. There is a very important part of our school community that is often overlooked and possibly misunderstood. January is School Director Recognition Month in the state of Pennsylvania. We are hoping this segment can better inform you of the duties and responsibilities of a school board, as well as acknowledge the many hours of volunteer work and public service that your board members provide, in the name of our students and community.
For all of you here, January is Board Recognition Month, and we believe that providing quality public education for every child is an essential priority of our nation. As parents and community members, being informed, connected, and involved with your local schools contributes to student success. Public education is more than just learning the basic math, science, English, and history. It's a platform for students to reach their potential. It inspires hope for our new generation and a successful future. This institution exists in part because of our public school board members. They volunteer their time to make informed decisions about the issues facing public schools. Every January, we celebrate these individuals, the 9 members who serve our students and educational system. During this month of recognition, we ask the Montgomery area community members to show your appreciation for their service. Please show your gratitude in some way for their time, effort, and dedication to public education's advancement. Thank them for advocating on behalf of our collective interests and making the difficult decisions. Most importantly, thank them for being everyday heroes and making our students' success their priority. I'd like to thank all of you.
I'm Adam Ding, I'm the school board president. I've been on the board, this is going on my 9th year.
What changes have you seen the board go through since you've become president?
Well, one of the biggest changes would have been obviously closing the Elmsport Elementary School, which is a tough decision, obviously a very personal decision for a lot of people, but business related was this time to combine and combine the class size and everything else because it was getting a little small, their enrollment was down. So that was one of the biggest ones. The other one would be the iPad, the initiative, technology, which is a huge thing for the school district, and it's finally starting to take its way forward. I guess it's been a few years, you know, obviously the teachers are getting used to it, so it's been moving along pretty well now.
And that's great. That answers my next question, which is actually what's the biggest change you've seen happen here. So I guess we'll move on. What do you think is the most important thing about education in general today?
I think along with the iPad and T initiatives is being able to adapt and change, because kids are changing. I mean, electronics is a big part of the world now. When I graduated in 1986, we did everything by textbook and a chalkboard. We didn't have, I mean, our computer lab was probably something you'd see on Steve Jobs' movie. I mean, the Apple computers were pretty small, pretty basic back then. So I think mostly being able to change with education so students still get involved and you know, have a different way of learning. So adapt, I think, is the biggest thing.
Should the community, should the students, the teachers be expecting any big changes in the upcoming in the future?
Yeah, I think we have some big changes going. I mean, we have some structural stuff we're doing with the school that we're trying to move forward as far as renovations, repairs. So I think it's going to be a good thing. I know the cafeteria is one of the areas we're looking at. A lot of it's more structural. I think some secured entrance is what we're looking at this summer. So that's some big changes, and we're still looking at expanding the complex weight room and fitness center out there to be able to be more versatile and better equipment and everything else.
All right, and that brings us to our last question. For people that aren't familiar with the process of board meetings, what should one expect if they walk through the door to be there?
Well, the board meetings, usually we meet once a month, and usually it's to vote on policy, budget. It could be pretty much anything to run the school. It could be hiring of new teachers, it could be hiring of coaches, transportation issues, buildings and grounds issues, sports issues, pretty much, you're voting, you're actually moving forward on policy and everything else, and it's casting votes. And everything.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate
Thanks,
it.
Isaac.
Ready then.
Alrighty.
Okay, ready, good to go? My name is Tony Wright. I was elected as a school director in November of 2015, and I am a director for Montgomery Borough.
Thank you. What made you decide to run for your position on the board?
Well, I've always been very interested in helping to guide the district, and it just so happened this year that there was an opening that no one was running for the board, and I decided it was time to do it. It's just the right time in my life for it.
Good. What do you think is the most important thing about education today?
Well, that's a tough question. You really could answer that a lot of different ways. I would have to say the most important thing about education is really teaching you what questions to ask. Questions like, what do you want to do with your future? What type of things do you enjoy? Some people are very happy just asking what's for dinner tonight, but I'm not that kind of person. I kind of want to see how I can make tomorrow better than today was.
Okay. What direction do you see Montgomery going in the future?
Well, the district has always been a leader in education, and I really see them just going forward with that. You stay a leader by keeping up to date with technology, technology as far as curriculum, technology on how that curriculum is delivered by the teachers, and also new things in the workforce really guide what happens in the school too.
Okay. What do you want to bring to the school board that you believe was lacking in the past or needs to continue as a priority?
Well, the school board really has been fantastic, even before I got here. One difference I would like to make is to communicate in new ways that maybe haven't been done in the past. All of our meetings are public. Decisions we make are public. People are always welcome to come to meetings, but today people communicate more electronically, whether that's email or Facebook. And a lot of older people in the district really don't keep up to date with that, but that's a good way to communicate.
I agree. All right, well, thank you for your time, Mr. Wright. I
Thank you.
appreciate it.
Mrs. Dana Pick is another newly elected board member serving Brady and Washington Townships. When asked why she ran for the school board, she responded with, "I thought being on the school board would be a great way to serve my community."
Any questions?
When confronted with the most important aspect of education today, Pick answered, being able to meet all the needs of the students. She also believes that Montgomery will continue to be a leader in new educational practices. Mrs. Pick is excited to bring her point of view as a teacher to the school board.
5.3 bills payable December 2015. Motion to pay the bills.
There are over 4,500 school directors in the state of Pennsylvania. Each school board is made up of 9 members. Elections are held every 2 years and each member serves a 4-year term. School board members volunteer their time. There is no pay involved. In 2015, 16% of board members were retirees, 6% were homemakers, 9% were self-employed or business owners, and 5% were office supervisors. School boards aim to involve both students and the community in their meetings. Adequate school funding remains at the top of the priority list for nearly every school board in our state.
We hope this segment has informed you about the Montgomery Area School District Board, as well as giving you insight into the job of our directors. Consider attending an upcoming board meeting. It takes an entire community to best serve our students and help guide them to their future as a successful and productive generation.
14.0, motion to adjourn.